can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Nina. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kina. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn 8 stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young genius. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good, I'm evil.
What's going on, guys? Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 58. It is Wednesday, May 3rd. I'm your host, Ben Hassler. We're here to talk about today's best bets. This thing's been lagging for me a little bit today, so apologies if there's some internet issues. This will be a quicker stream. Only one basketball game tonight, so not a ton to talk about there. And not a big baseball slate either. Only like 6-7 games, I think. So we'll run through things, take a look at some props at the end. If you have any bets you'd like to talk about, go ahead and ask in the chat. Yesterday, we might have to just put the Twins on a don't bet list. I don't really have a don't bet list, but the Twins, they're near getting on that list personally. The Twins suck, dude. They have screwed us multiple times in the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 times. They are so annoying. The fact that they blew that game last night, I don't know, man. It's so annoying. I had Twins money line. I had Joe Ryan 5+ strikeouts in the win. Not him getting the win, but the Twins to win. I had Joe Ryan 7+ strikeouts and the Twins to win. They just absolutely just sold the bag. Unbelievable stuff. Basketball-wise, Knicks struggled to beat the Heat that didn't have Jimmy Butler. That was interesting. I picked Knicks for the series. I can't lie and say I'm not concerned after that performance, but we'll see what happens. Lakers Warriors was a good game. I had Warriors winning that game, but Lakers played very well, especially Anthony Davis. If he plays like that the entire series, I do think it'll be tough for the Warriors to win. That doesn't change my opinion on the series. I said the Warriors would win in 7. I'm still going to stick with that. I think the Warriors definitely will win the next game. But Jordan Poole played well too. Are you okay with Poole's shot? I'm fine with it. Honestly, he could have took a step up to make it closer, but I mean, he was hot, and it was an uncontested 3. I can't really blame him for shooting it. Draymond didn't play that good though. Everyone, I know a couple people that are big Warriors fans, and they've been telling me that Draymond's gonna be like a Trojan horse in this series because he's best friends with LeBron. And they're telling me, these Warriors fans are telling me that Draymond's going to lay down and let LeBron move on because he's best friends with LeBron. I don't necessarily know if I believe that, but man, Draymond, that was the worst game I've seen Draymond play in a while. He, when they switched him on to AD, I mean, AD was bullying him. He missed a couple layups. I don't know. He didn't play very good. I do agree that he should have been down in the paint, but I mean, that's kind of how they were running their offense, was with him at the top, kind of facilitating. But I mean, he was doing a good job pushing the pace. They have to play faster. I feel like if they come down and they let the Lakers get set up, it's so easy for them to key on Curry and Clay. So they need to get, like, Draymond, when he got the ball, was doing a good job getting out and running. But I think the Warriors will win the next game. We'll see what happens when they get to LA. We'll pull this up, but since there's only one basketball game tonight, just Sixers Celtics. I think that this is a great spot to back the Celtics. You can see everyone's all over the Sixers, especially because Embiid's coming back. Majority of the bets, 52-48, are on the Sixers money line. But the bigger money bets are there on the Celtics. Same can be said for the spread. I mean, 75% of the bets are coming in on the Sixers there, plus the points. I think it's a good spot. I think the Celtics are going to cover tonight. And, yeah, I'd be looking to back Boston tonight. And it's been a trend in the playoffs as well, that if the home team loses the first game, it's been really hard for the road team to get another win in that second game. I don't think it's been done yet. I don't think the road team's won both games to start a series yet. So I think the Celtics are going to play well tonight, and I think they're going to cover. Vanderbilt did really well on Curry. Yes, I agree with that. He was all over him. Boston wins second. Yeah, I think the Celtics win tonight. I think they cover. So that's where I'd be looking for NBA today. I do think it's a spot for the Celtics. We'll look at the props at the end of the stream. Love Embiid points. He's happy he won MVP. Yeah. My one thing would, I just don't know if he's going to be on some sort of like a minutes limit or not. I don't know if there's any way to know. I don't know if they're going to announce that. It did seem, I mean, the reports came out last night that he wasn't going to play tonight, and then now all of a sudden he is playing. So I just can't be confident in terms of betting on him that he's going to play his full allotment of minutes, but we'll see what happens. It definitely helps, like, I don't think there'll be any blowout situation or anything like that, obviously. So I do think it's a little bit safer to bet on. I'm going to switch over to baseball. I like starting off here. Let's see here. These games are about to start at 4. I don't have any plays really here in either of these games. There's a ton of money coming in on the Phillies here, which you'll see 26% sharp money coming in on the Phillies against the Dodgers. That's because the Dodgers is starting a kid making his debut. I think he seems to be a pretty good prospect, though. So I don't know. I wouldn't just be running to bet the Phillies today. I think I'll probably wait and see on that. But that someone had asked why there's so much money on the Phillies. It's because this kid on the Dodgers is making his first ever start, but he's been pretty good. He's one of their higher up prospects. His minors numbers look pretty good. He can get a little shaky with control, but he has good strikeout stuff. This Phillies lineup, I mean, Bryce is coming back, but it's still not super great, especially because he's going to have to get his timing down. He didn't get any rehab start or anything like that. He just came straight back to the team. So I wouldn't just be running to bet the Phillies. I know that there's all that money on them, but I'll probably just wait and see. I don't have any plays there. Scrolling down, I think that you could maybe take a shot on the Pirates tonight. I don't love betting against Shane McClanahan, but I think Mitch Keller is a good pitcher also. I do think the over 7 has some value there. You can see like it moved up to 7.5, but I still see 7 on FanDuel. So I don't hate betting the over there. I don't have any official plays in this game. This would just be for fun, but the Pirates and Rays have both been profitable to bet on, so that's a fun game. I like the Yankees a lot here as underdogs. This is one of my favorite spots for baseball today. This actually might be my favorite spot. You can get them at like plus 110 right now, the Yankees. Clark Schmidt, you guys know I'm a fan of his. He's started to turn it on a little bit. His strikeouts have come around. He's looking better. Cleveland doesn't strike out a lot, but I think that he has good stuff. And he's given up a lot of home runs. It's been a little bit fluky. I think that's going to stabilize a little bit. He's not going to give up as many home runs as he's been giving, especially against Cleveland, who is not – they're not a power lineup. They don't really have – other than Jose Ramirez, they really don't have much home run threats in that lineup. And despite the fact that Cleveland has Shane Bieber going tonight, he's actually – he hasn't looked good to me this season at all. But he's actually really struggled against the Yankees. He's seen them a lot, especially in the playoffs last season. He has struggled with the Yankees. I know this is a different Yankees lineup because Judge and Stanton aren't in it, and we were kind of picking on him the last few days. But even against the active roster, taking Judge out, he still doesn't have a ton of success against this team. He doesn't have a ton of success in Yankee Stadium. So I think that betting on the Yankees at home as underdogs makes sense. So I'm going to be taking a dabble on Yankees money line. You can get it around plus 110. I would be looking to bet the Yankees tonight. I'd also be letting this is a parlay piece. I'm not going to lay the minus 195, but I do think the Cubs have some value here. This kid pitching for the Nats, Irvin. The Nationals, they don't have any pitchers right now. It's a very, very bad situation for their pitching staff. They're calling him up. This is not one of their top prospects. So, like earlier, we were talking about the Dodgers calling someone up. That's like one of their best pitching prospects, arguably their best pitching prospect. This is a 26-year-old minor league journeyman that the Nationals are calling up. He doesn't have good numbers in the minors. So, and then Stroman's been exceptional for the Cubs. So, I'm not going to lay minus 195, but I think you can put the Cubs in your parlays tonight. Clark, 5 strikeouts. I would prefer maybe getting 4 plus and parlaying it with something. I don't know. The Cleveland just doesn't strike out a lot as a team. So that's just the one concern. If it was any other team, I would probably say yes. But Cleveland is so annoying, dude. They just don't strike out. So I don't know if I could bet. Like I guess you kind of have some push potential at 5, but I would much prefer it to be at 4.5 or something. Blue Jays, Red Sox, tons of money coming in on the Blue Jays, but I'm not an Alek Manoah fan, so I probably won't be backing them here. I'll probably just wait and see from the outside. Twins, White Sox, Cease versus Varlin, this kid for the Twins. He pitched a little bit last year. Cease is good, but again, kind of like Bieber, hasn't looked fully right. I definitely don't want to bet on the Twins again, so this is probably just like a wait and see for me. We'll see what happens. Maybe you could look to live bet this game or something, but really, really annoying. I feel like typically I would be on the White Sox here, but I just don't love how Cease has looked, so I'm kind of just going to avoid that. Orioles, Royals. This is a good game for offense. You can see a little bit of money coming in on the over. I think the over 9 has value here for sure. Greinke, we know can get beat up, give up some home runs. And Kyle Gibson, for his career, has been really, really bad on the road. We saw the Royals offense broke out last night against Tyler Wells. That was a really high-scoring game. It's also like actually kind of warm in KC relative to other spots on the slate. So if I was looking for a lean in this Orioles-Royals game, I'd go with that over 9. I really like this. If you could get, this line. I was going to give this out, but the line moved up. That's unfortunate. I wanted to give out over 11.5 for Brewers Rockies. You could maybe buy you could maybe take the odds and just go back down to 11.5, but I think this is a really good spot for some offense here. Obviously in Coors Field, but Lauer doesn't match up super well against the Rockies, and then Freeland, sometimes he pitches well at home, sometimes he doesn't. But I think it's going to be more high scoring than what we saw last night. So maybe first 5 over or something. You could look there, and then in the night game, Mariners A's. Definitely want to lean Mariners here. After what that rookie did to the A's last night, I mean, you have to feel pretty confident in Logan Gilbert tonight. So maybe you could parlay like Mariners and Cubs or something then to maybe get better odds or something. But I do think my favorite play right now after going through it is probably the Yankees at plus money. That's going to be my favorite play. Christian Walker just hit a number. Dude, the Diamondbacks are going crazy, the one. What the heck's going on here? I wish I would have played him. I feel like I could have played him over Carpenter, but I don't know what their prices were. I'm all over Seattle. Yeah. Seattle's probably they're right there with the Yankees for my favorite spots on the slate. Looking at the earlier games, I don't see anything in those first two. The ones that are about to start at 4, I don't see anything that really sticks out. I mean, Padres are huge favorites at minus 255. Can't really touch that. And then, I don't know. That Phillies Dodgers game is weird. Wish I played Walker. Yeah, I feel like I definitely could have played him over Carpenter. That's unfortunate. Carpenter was $3K. I wonder what Walker's price was. Let me see if I can find it. Favorite baseball prop? I'll pull up the props. We'll find out here. Hold on. I'm trying to see what this guy's price was. Oh, he was 4,200. Never mind. We definitely couldn't have played him. I would have had to drop someone. I don't feel as bad now. Anyways, favorite baseball prop. We'll pull up the predictor here. In terms of like batting props tonight, guys that I know that really stick out to me. Let's pull it up and see. Well, here we'll go through basketball props first, and then we'll look at baseball. I think this is a good spot for Marcus Smart. I'm not worried about him not playing. I think he's going to play. So I agree with this over 11.5 points for Marcus Smart. Looks pretty good. You could also take his over PRAs at 20. I think that 20 is a little bit low. I think he should be closer to 21.5, 22.5. So that over 20 PRAs for Marcus Smart or his point total. I agree with the predictor today. That would probably be my favorite as well. Yeah, you can see. So whoever asked about Schmidt strikeouts earlier, you can see we have him right at 5. So you get that push potential. But if the line was 4.5, I would feel way better about it. McClanahan's number is pretty high. I don't think I would touch that. Look at that. You can see Christian Walker was one of the highest rated fantasy points for their over. He has like 30 fantasy points. He's at 2 home runs. James Outman over half a total base is interesting. He's been on fire. Obviously, platoon advantage over Nola. I like Brogdon PRAs. Yeah, Brogdon, I made a joke, but dude, in that first series against who'd they play? The Net? No. Philly 76ers played the Nets. The Hawks. Brogdon would get in these games like in the fourth quarter. Like he'd start the fourth quarter and dude, he would just chuck. Like Brogdon thinks that he's the Celtics closer because when he would get in these late games against the Hawks, I mean, he was just chucking shots up like crazy. Like Tatum and Brown were just like standing there while Brogdon was like, I mean, he thinks he's the closer. So yeah, he has been taking a lot of shots in the playoffs. I think you could definitely take an over on him. I think that's fine. So if you guys want a baseball prop, sticking with, since I like the Yankees, let me see. You can get Clark Schmidt 4+ strikeouts and the Yankees to win at plus 165 on FanDuel Sportsbook. I think that's interesting. Or you could do something like that with Logan Gilbert. You could get like, Logan Gilbert. They actually don't even have those up on FanDuel for Logan Gilbert. But let me see here. If we do Logan Gilbert 5+, and then we do Mariners money line, that's minus 126. So see, that's a way to bet that, where you don't have to lay the minus 186 on the Mariners to win the game. Just Logan Gilbert 5+ strikeouts and Mariners money line, that pays minus 126. I like that a lot. PJ Tucker under 3.5 points for plus 100. Yeah, I don't hate it at plus money. I mean, he's gonna take maybe like 1-3. He definitely is not gonna do much scoring, especially with Embiid back, presumably. So I don't hate that. Only hit it once since the game 1 against Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't hate that. Overall, if you guys are just joining in, for baseball, I like the Yankees tonight. Money line plus money at home. I think that's a good bet. And I like the Mariners. I think you could go Mariners Cubs money line parlay, or I really like this Logan Gilbert 5+ strikeouts and Mariners money line paired together to minus 126. That's worth like 2 units. I feel like that's a pretty good bet. For NBA, I think the Celtics covered tonight, the minus 7.5. I think they're going to bounce back. And I like Marcus Smart. You could take him over 11.5 points, or you could take him over 20 PRAs. Do you have a Discord? Yes, Zion. You can go to betkarmachat.com. That goes directly to the Discord. It's a link. Or you can download the free BetKarma app, which you can access this tool I'm using right here on the app. There's a chat room link in the app. Click that, and it will direct you to the Discord as well. Once you join the Discord, you just sync it. You make a free account on betkarma.com, sync it to your Discord, and then you'll be able to see the channels. Is it GG if Sixers go up 2-0? Probably. I don't want to say probably, because I do think the Celtics are a very good team, but it would definitely be hard. You at that point you'd be playing for a game 7, because you're down 2-0. You try and split in Philly, so now it's 3-1, and then you have to win that game at home to make it 3-2. And then you have to go on the road for a must-win to make it 3-3. So I don't want to say it's GG's, but it would be looking pretty bleak, I think. You think Brogdon under half of steals is bait? I like it for under. No, I don't think it's bait. I think anytime you bet on steals or blocks, it's pretty fluky, because it's not only is it contingent on them doing it, but it's also contingent. Sometimes the scorekeepers, like they'll get something like that and they don't give it to you. But no, I think under half a steal for Brogdon, I think that's completely fine to take. I don't hate that. I don't think it's bait. Who scores 10+ runs in baseball tonight? Sign me up for the I want to say I'll exclude Coors Field from this because that's not really fair to pick. So sign me up for the Chicago Cubs or either team. Sign me up for the Cubs or the Orioles. I think that's my 2 picks. With the remaining teams, what's the worst case finals matchup? Knicks and I don't know. I don't know if there's like a worst case. I feel pretty good. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think you can't really go wrong with any of those 4 teams on the West. I would say maybe Phoenix would be my least favorite, just because No, I don't know. Any of the teams in the West is fine. For the East, I feel like anything just with the Knicks would be the least fun. Even though the Knicks fans are crazy and like basketball is good when the Knicks are good, like I agree with that, but they just don't have like the Celtics. You have like they were in the finals last year, so you get that narrative, and I think their team is good. The Sixers, I mean, it would be like Embiid's first time in the finals. You have like the Harden narrative and stuff. Like I think both those teams are fine. Um, the Heat, it's kind of like I respect Eric Spoelstra as maybe the best coach in basketball, and they obviously have experience. I mean, Jimmy Butler's been to the finals, even though it was the bubble with the Heat, and then you just had like Jimmy Butler's so fun to watch, you could just take over. I feel like the Knicks have the least amount of players that are fun to watch, so I would say anything with the Knicks would just be worst case scenario. Favorite props today? I don't. I think for like basketball, it's Marcus Smart either over his PRAs at 20 or over 11.5 points. For baseball, I don't love anything. You could look at James Outman like over half a total base. That game's about to start at 4. I think that has some merit. But my favorite play for baseball, it's not just a prop, but Logan Gilbert 5+ strikeouts. Paired that with the Mariners money line, -126 payout. I think that looks pretty good. If you guys have any other questions on any other props, let me know in the chat before I head out of here. That's about Joel over 25 points and over 12.5 rebounds assists. I think his rebound, that 12.5 rebounds plus assists, I think is pretty good. His points, someone in chat earlier said like they wanted to bet on his points because of this narrative, like he's happy about MVP, which I agree with. My one pause with the points bet would just be that, I just don't know if he's going to play full minutes because last night they said he wasn't going to play in the game at all. And then now he's all of a sudden playing. So I can't trust that he's going to play like his maximum minutes. And I do think the Celtics win this game in like a bounce back. It's been really hard for the road team to like be competitive 2 games in a row to start a series, the whole playoffs. So you also have a situation where maybe if the Celtics are up by 12 later in the fourth quarter, like they just take Embiid out or something. But I think 12.5 rebounds plus assists, I definitely think is fine. But points, I would just be a little hesitant because I just don't know if he's going to play full minutes. I don't think he'll be super limited, but it's just an unknown. I don't want to bet on it. Overall, thank you guys for watching. We do the show Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll have basketball to talk about. I think one game tomorrow. We'll have baseball to talk about. NHL. Let me pull NHL up. There is 2 games tonight, I think, for hockey. This Draisaitl over 3 SOGs that's money right there if you guys want a hockey prop, I think. Who do you get if you guys watch hockey? Who do you guys like in the hockey games before I head out here? Let's see. Devils, Hurricanes, Oilers, Knights. Oilers are my squad, so I'll be riding with them against Vegas. I think maybe over 6.5 could be a play there. Oilers games have just been smashing all playoffs. Devils, Hurricanes is interesting. I think I like the Canes. I think I like the Canes for the series, and I think I like the Canes in this game. So Canes, Oilers, and then Oilers Knights over 6.5. That may be my hockey plays tonight. But I probably won't be betting. I might bet on the Hurricanes. I probably won't be betting on the Oilers game just unless I take the over. But I'll watch the game. Canes, I actually might put a bet on. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Like I said, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be back Thursday to recap today. And we'll talk about tomorrow's bets. But good luck with your bets. If you need anything else, I'll be in the Discord all night. BetKarmaChat.com to join. And I'll see you guys on Thursday.